Welcome back to Barovia Beckons. I just got pie in the face, cleaned my face. We discovered a secret tunnel with a secret door. Inside the secret tunnel, apparently it's Mordor.
Get it? Because it's Mordor's. Blame Kai.
And thank you, Gildorn, for joining and subscribing to the Nerd Asylum. So thank you for your support. And yeah, we now are in a long tunnel filled with doors. There are actually 50 doors on the left and 50 doors on the right of this long tunnel.
I've been standing there like...
Wow.
Well,
There's 100 doors.
Is that what your elven eyes see?
Yes. I can also see around the curvature of the earth.
Proving that it is indeed not flat.
These are facts.
Yup.
Middle Earth is not round.
I
had a
guess.
thing. Where'd it go? There it is.
Shall we check? It's gonna take some time, but should we check each door? And then if it's unlocked and we don't like what's in there, we lock it with the key that we have, where no one else can unlock it but us.
You could always go upstairs and ask them what's behind every door.
Oh.
Who? Ask who? Ask Leaf?
The statue thing.
The statue
Oh.
things. We have 3 questions left.
We can also ask exactly the exact directions to where Strahd's tomb is.
This is a long ass hallway.
This is a long ass hallway.
There's 50 fucking doors.
It looks like it'll take a very long time.
Why don't we go ask the thing the statues upstairs at least? Maybe they can give us some clarity.
I would rather ask where his tomb is.
I mean, we have 3 questions.
Do both.
We might find more things that we have questions about. I would rather wait. He's gonna like grab her face. Why do you do these things?
Do
I
what
do not
things?
hear you. You open your mouth and nothing comes out. Are you okay?
I'm
He's
fine.
like looking her dead in the eyes.
I'm fine. Let's go ask them about Strahd's tomb. Can you not hear me?
Pat, pat, pat.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
He's just,
Well, you started narrowing your eyes, so I was like, oh my god, is my mic giving out? What's happening?
He pats her on the face. Talk with your throat. Not. Shit. Turns around, just goes back upstairs.
As you turn and try to open the door that shut behind you, it is locked.
Fuck! Just kick it, Ivan. Oh, do you want me to kick it? I'm sure we can get this open. You and me. One real good kick to this door. Fly open.
On 3.
Okay.
He starts counting in a different language.
No. Please, common.
Oh, right. 3!
Kick.
You kick as if you're kicking a solid brick wall.
Ow!
Ow!
Fuck! Oh, shit! Well, looks like we're checking out these doors. Shit!
Can we see all the way to the end of this hallway?
Yep.
Is there like a door at the far end, or is it just like end?
Just ends.
Pull out the key from the bag.
It's a lot of doors.
Yeah, but what else do we have to do? Like, I go up to the...
I was gonna take his shield out. Alright. You open?
Okay. I go to the first
He's
door
like-
on the right.
He's like peeking like this.
You said on the right?
So, yeah.
Yes.
So as she like unlocks it and opens it, Ivan's gonna be like in the front of the door, and then you can be like on the side of it.
Yeah.
So if anything pops out, we have at least something.
Yeah.
It's a shield.
100 bad guys with swords.
Don't do that. Come here.
100 bad guys with shields.
100 magic bad guys with shields.
Oh,
Not a
sweet
bad
baby.
Oh, babe.
It's whiskers.
She's getting a lot better. She used to have a bald spot down here, but
Oh no.
she was allergic to the food we were giving her, so we switched foods, and she's growing her hair back, so it's
Oh, good.
much better now. And she's much more lovey now. Probably because she's not so
My cat
irritated
was-
all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you open the door, and it is just a 5x5 room. This is the one on the right. A 5x5 room with a, wooden end table. It's not even fancy. It's just a plank of wood with 4 legs on it. And on the table is an old, rusted knife. There is, next to the knife, a small slice of what looks like carrot cake. It's got the orangish tint to it, and it has the, white, looks like cream cheese frosting.
I think the cake is a lie.
You beat me to it. You fucking beat me to it.
You beat me to it!
But should I go in there?
No.
Okay.
You can use the magic hand thing.
Oh, can you use? I almost said Big B's hand. The wrong one.
I thought about taking that one. I thought about taking that. Big B's hand would be a little bit of overkill in this one.
I will notate, Kat, that I have switched to water.
Yay! It's not alcohol or coffee.
That's next, but I told everybody that I would switch.
between.
And
Yeah.
The stages of Joe.
I guess I'm gonna use Mage Hand.
okay,
I'm gonna have it from outside the door. I'm gonna have it pick up the knife.
okay. Your mage hand floats across and grabs the knife.
I want to poke the cake.
As the knife touches the cake turns to ash.
Not very good cooks here.
Maybe we should just close the door.
Yeah.
Put
Close
cake
the
down.
door.
Or
Lock
put
it
knife down. Put the knife down.
The mage hand puts the knife down. And
I lock it with our own key, which means that Strahd can't get into this.
we're not paused.
Oh.
Sorry, I must have hit a button. My bad. We're back. Welcome
Whoops.
Ivan's gonna put an X on it with his a little knife, just kind of in here.
back. Okay.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Woo! How many of these can we get through before we get killed?
It's true.
It's
I'm gonna
so much fun.
go to. Should we just go down
Yep.
the right and then
Yep.
the left?
Mm.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go to the next door on the right.
Okay. You open the door, and
Ivan's doing the same thing as
Yep.
last time, just making sure.
there's nothing in this room but what looks like a kitchen cupboard. There are 3 cupboard doors, and it's just mounted on this 5x5 room.
Is there anything in it? On the shelves?
The cupboard doors are shut,
Oh, you can't
so
see
you
through
can't.
them.
Yeah, you can't see through them.
Okay.
Doors and
Star,
doors.
Mage Hand is a cantrip, right?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we're not burning through your spells.
No.
Okay.
Magic Missile is not a cantrip, but Mage Hand is.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Do the thing, please.
do the thing.
Okay. As you cast your mage hand and it reaches out, the cupboard begins to shake violently.
I'm not gonna open it. I'm gonna poke it.
As the mage hand doesn't touch it, it stops, and then as the mage hand pokes it, it begins to shake violently again.
I'm gonna be ready to close the door. Open it, Star
Just like
or Echo. Yeah.
who start?
You know.
You're a
Echo-
star.
Echo is also just like very carefully peeking through, and like
Oh,
very
interesting.
carefully opens the cupboard.
Yeah.
There
There are
watch our back.
all manner of wooden dishes in the cupboard, and they seem like they've neatly been stacked in there.
For now, until the shaking fucking knocks him over. Is it still shaking when I open it?
Yeah, as it's being touched, it's shaking.
What, the plates?
It's
are
just dishes?
Okay.
It's just wooden dishes, bowls, plates.
Take one out.
Pick up a cup.
As you pick up the wooden cup, you swear you hear the, "Oh my god! What the hell?"
Where's it coming from?
From the room.
Did we somehow step into like the land of Beauty and the Beast, and all their shit got turned into furniture?
Or
Other
worse,
people
maybe
got
there are
turned into
people
furniture.
in there that we can't see. And
Yeah.
they just think we're ghosts.
That'd
Oh,
be
I'm just
so
gonna-
fun.
I'm just gonna put the cup back.
Yeah, you put the cup back.
Hello?
Hello?
Nothing.
Can you open up the other doors, or was it just the one?
It's just
door
I think
in
it's just
cat?
the one cupboard,
Yep.
right?
It's one long cupboard, 3 separate doors.
Oh. Okay. What's in the other?
Yeah,
Open
I'd
the
open
other
up
doors.
the other 2 doors.
You see a wooden carving of like a pheasant hanging down.
That's fun.
And the other one?
And as you open the third one, and this continues to shake, you see more dishes.
Can I try to grab the pheasant?
Yeah. It's just attached and hanging from like a little rope, so you can grab the rope, and it's just like a little loop, and there's a hook that's kind of keeping it hanging.
And I'm gonna undo it and like turn it and make it kind of dance. I don't know if people can see this and they think we're fucking ghosts. Now they got a dancing pheasant on their hands.
And you hear, "Ah! Ah! What the fuck is going on?"
Just, harmless chaos. It's fine.
Wait. Echo.
Huh?
Do you have, that powder writing stuff? That powder stick writing?
Chalk?
Yeah, that.
Oh,
Maybe they might see it if we write something on the wall.
Like on the cover. Yeah. So I'll put the pheasant down, close the door, or close the cupboard door. Dismiss mage hand. Dismiss mage hand. Cast it again. Give it some chalk and put it up there. Just gonna-
Enemies of the air, beware.
Beware.
Red
no,
rum.
no. I was gonna say, just draw a dick on the wall.
Echo
No,
wouldn't do
please.
that.
Wrong character.
No,
Also
no.
would.
No. I think Echo's gonna draw like the little like happy bird face that they've done before.
You hear like it's almost like they're dancing on the air, like they don't really seem to be like coming from anywhere, but you can hear the voices. What the hell is that? Now it's writing. Ah!
And hello.
And at that point you hear just like screams and what sounds like people like fleeing.
Never
I think we
mind.
should leave these people alone. We'll close the door, lock it with our own key.
You lock the door, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I bring back the chalk. I'm not leaving the chalk.
Okay.
Moving on.
And you're staying on the right-hand side, right?
Yes.
Okay.
These doors aren't as bad as I thought they'd be.
Maybe these are portals to people's homes.
It's just funny so far. So far.
So you open the
So
door,
far.
the third door on the right, and it opens up into what looks like a room with a staircase. It's just a 5x5 room with a staircase that leads up, and it's a wooden staircase with handrails.
Oh, handrails.
OSHA would be proud.
For
So
once.
this isn't Strahd's castle anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, that's how we know it's not really Strahd's castle.
Yeah. Ivan,
Yes.
I'm gonna go in.
No.
No, here's the thing. Tie the rope around me.
Can't I just go in?
Why can't I go in?
Because you're squishy and I'm not.
I'm not squishy. I have armor.
What if I can't pull you out?
You're strong.
You're stronger.
Fine.
Ivan does take hit better.
fine.
Besides, I need your hands for backup.
You can pick him up with one hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Besides, I wouldn't want you to get a meat hook in your back anyways. Alright. Here we go. He's got his rope tied up.
All right. Shiloh, you enter the room, and as you...
No,
Oh.
Ivan.
Ivan enters the room. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Ivan's
holding
going in.
onto the rope.
Ivan, you enter the room, and you're immediately teleported, as it seems, as you, like, walk through the threshold. You come into this
happening?
room that is probably 50 by 50 feet, and this staircase that goes up seems to be the only feature that you can really see, but you hear the whispers of people talking in this area. Everyone else sees Ivan enter the room and disappear, like fade out. The rope is still like there, and you can see it like fading into like non-existence, but it feels taut, but you just can't see Ivan or the rope past the threshold.
Not again.
How far away is these stairs?
About 10 feet away from you.
Okay, Ivan's gonna go back and, like, pop his head through the door. Hey, I think this really does somehow teleport somewhere.
Well, I think that we should still have some of us stay out here in case something bad happens so we can pull you back.
I agree. I'm just letting you know that it seems like it is some sort of wishy-washy portal.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go through the stairs.
Okay. Be safe.
Okay. Tug twice if there's an emergency.
Okay.
And I will tug twice if there's an emergency.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you climbing up the stairs?
Yep.
Okay. As you're climbing up the stairs, you get to the spot where it just kind of like fades into darkness, and you can only go up and down the stairs about 50 feet. The stairs look like they continue, but they kind of like fade into this void of blackness.
Is there anything, like, around that I can toss into the darkness on the ground?
It's just a wooden staircase. There doesn't seem to be anything on the staircase. You have the handrail that's next to you. You could probably try to break the
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he's just gonna, like...
Yeah. You snap this little rod in between the top of the handrail and the staircase at the bottom, and you get this little piece of wood. And when you break it, you hear...
just gonna throw it through the blackness.
It disappears into the darkness.
Does it make any sound?
No.
He's gonna walk back out.
Yeah, you walk back down the staircase and boop, pop out.
There are stairs, but they don't seem to go anywhere. They go into darkness. Also, I broke a thing and someone screamed.
Maybe don't break thing.
I didn't have anything else to throw.
Maybe this isn't the door we need.
I do not think it is.
Okay. Ivan comes back out. I'm going to shut the door and lock it.
What broke? What you break?
Oh, there is stairs. You know the thing that holds the stairs up? That holds the people on the stairs?
Oh man, what's that word? There's a word. The banister. You broke part of the banister.
Yes.
Stairs sentient?
I think like
I
the
didn't
voices.
ask, but it was like the other room when we were throwing the other room over there. Maybe they cannot see us and we cannot see them.
Don't know.
I know he's really powerful, but maybe this is how Strahd gets around sometimes.
Can't hear you, Cat.
There might be something missing. There might be something that he has that we don't that allows him to fully travel through.
Maybe.
Pardon me.
Not and yet permission.
Keep going.
He's gonna go to the next door and like knock on it.
There's no response.
Should I knock harder?
Mm-mm. Just open.
Yeah.
Welcome back. My pie throwers are back.
Uh-oh.
So you go to the next door and you open it, and you see what looks like a living room with a couch and a couch table, or a little couch table in front of it, a fireplace and a mantle above the fireplace, and it looks unoccupied.
Can't hear you, Cat.
Probably is not the door that we need either.
No.
Do you even know what
There
we're
aren't
looking for?
any windows in the
Way
room.
out.
Yeah.
Yes, since can't get open door we need.
Wait until the next break. That way I
I'm
can
gonna
clean my face
use-
afterwards.
I'm gonna use a thing, Joe. I'm gonna be my cleric self.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do a divine sense.
Okay.
I'm for the hollow. I don't think the hollow spell will be here, but you never know. The known location of any celestial fiends undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 4 times.
You do not sense any fiends, celestials, or undead, and you know that this is, in fact, not hallowed ground.
Thought it would be a thing that I should check up on. I'm just gonna poke my head into this room.
As you poke your head in, it transforms and you can see, like, more of the room, and it looks like a lived-in room, but there's a skeletal hand that's just kind of floating next to your head when you look in. And it disappears, and it goes back to this unlived-in area. Just the furniture.
Close the door, lock it, skeleton hand.
What?
There's I just poked my head in and I was looking around and I looked over, there was this hand, skeleton hand here, and I was like, no, and we don't need to be in there. Close.
Okay.
Yep. Next door.
You go to the next door and you open it up, and what you see is a 5x5 room with a wooden floor. There is a large, what looks like an ice box, and then next to the ice box is a dusty bowl with cobwebs across it and what look like bones of some sort of animal.
I'm gonna do the poke the head thing in again.
As you poke your head in, you see a small owl bear eating from
Barry?
the bowl.
Barry?
Its back is
Ivan
turned.
also sticks his head in.
Barry?
Barry?
You also see a small owl bear eating from this bowl.
Wait, but our owlbear isn't small.
Is it like smaller than Barry would be?
Yes.
Does
it
it
is
look
smaller
like
than
Barry
Barry
at all?
is now, yes.
But does it have the same coloring as Barry?
Similar markings, the back is turned so you can't see the face.
So it was bones, and then we looked in, and then it was an owlbear.
Yep.
Interesting. Let's just close this door.
Barry?
It is not Barry. We know that Barry is not dead.
What? Dead?
Well, if you see that, see the bones, and then Ivan picks up Echo and puts her head in. See, alive, dead, alive, dead.
What, DB? Oh. At some point, one of the times when you stick Echo's head in, I'm gonna go, whoo!
As you whoo, the ears perk up, and you hear this like skittering of like claws on wood floor, and the owlbear turns around and is like looking curiously. Doesn't
As
seem
my
to see
head
you.
disappears.
Did it work?
Looked alive.
When you guys pull Echo back out, you see that the bones have shifted direction and they are now looking towards you.
Was alive when I was in there.
Ivan sticks his head. He's still holding Echo though. Like
You stick your head in, and the owlbear has kind of turned
like-
away, and is eating at the bowl again. And you all see the bones kind of shift.
he
So
brings Echo in with him. Do the thing again.
Whoo!
You hear the skittering, and the bones, for those not looking, kind of shift. And
Oh, weird.
you see the owlbear looking around, like, where was that noise from? But doesn't seem to see you.
Do it again.
Whoo!
Kind of skitters a little forward. You can hear it kind of like sniffing through the air holes in the beak.
Keep doing it. He's gonna slowly like try to get it towards the door.
Whoo! Whoo!
As you're doing that, the owlbear is kind of following along, and as you pull Echo out, you can see the bones moving and transitioning in this space. They don't seem to, they're not like walking, they're just kind of like shifting their location across. And as you're pulled out and the owlbear, you see this. Oh, hey, 75. Wow. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So what does
Uh-oh.
that do again? The $75 donations will bring
Joy and
an
happiness to the
automatic
world.
critical hit for attack and damage to the entire party for the next full round. So the next combat we have, you have an auto crit
Oh my gosh.
for
Hell
attack
yeah.
and damage. Yeah. Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you. Watch out, Strahd.
Yeah. Gonna wreck him. I'm gonna wreck him!
When can I pay you in the face?
Right before our next break. We did hit that $3,000 goal, so you can pie me in the face. Nathan already did.
Is the bones coming out?
Yeah, so the beak is coming out, and then the face comes out, but as it comes out, you see it for a second have the feathers and the full facial features of an owlbear, and then it kind of begins to grimace as it falls forward and begins to rapidly decay. And just, it's like in Indiana Jones when the faces melt and
That was
turn
exactly
to
what I was
bone.
thinking.
Or in the last one with Sean Connery, as the person ages and decomposes in front of that lady's eye, that's exactly what's happening to the owlbear. And then the bones, boom, and then they turn to dust and blow back into the room.
Oh.
Let's not do that again.
Oh.
Yeah? I shut the door, I lock it.
You start to hear sobbing coming from that room as you're shutting the door.
Oh no, I open the door back up and I peek my head in.
Oh.
As you peek your head in, you see a little girl hugging a dead owlbear baby.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I made mistakes. Oh no! 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 No!
What does the little girl look like? Is she familiar?
She doesn't look familiar, but she is a humanoid. She looks fairly young and healthy. She does not look like a Barovia.
Oh.
Oh, we just killed somebody's pet in Faerun! Oh no!
Can I go into the room? I don't know how.
You step
Revivify?
into the room, yes.
I kind of push past. Am I able to like touch the bones?
As you
anything?
walk in, you see this little girl
turned into
hugging.
dust.
It is an owlbear. Like you see the dead body that the girl is hugging.
I would like to touch it and cast Revivify.
Okay. You cast Revivify, and the owlbear kind of shakes a little bit, like it's uncontrollably, and then it stiffens up, and the girl is like freaking out, kind of backs up, and the owlbear and then runs up to the girl and starts licking the girl, but the girl is now freaking out.
As Riki leaves, I just go, sorry, and then close the door and lock it.
Lock that shit up.
Okay.
Whoops.
So you shut the door.
Okay.
It's okay, we fixed it. It's fine.
So nothing should come out of the rooms.
Things in rooms stay in rooms.
So-
Things stay.
Yeah. But also we found out that we're basically ghosts to any of those people, and they're ghosts to us. Let's...
This is a portal to Faerun then. Different
Sort
portals to
of,
different
yeah.
places? Why the Strahd need
Why?
these?
Yeah.
Maybe he's slowly trying to take over other parts of Faerun, and this is just
As a ghost?
No, just like trying to figure out ways to bring those parts into Barovia. You know? I'm talking out of my ass. I don't fucking know.
Maybe. Not sure.
We're not
Go
talking
to the
out of
next
your ass.
door,
We're talking out
guys.
of your mouth.
It's a figure of speech, Ivan.
Stop figuring speeches. I don't understand.
I just hugged this man.
Who are you hugging? I'm sorry?
What?
I just
The
hugged
only man here!
this man. Why did you say where?
Where? Yeah, what?
I didn't say where. I said which man.
No, you said
No,
where.
you said
You
where?
said, where are you hugging?
Yeah.
Sorry, two different thoughts in my head, and it came out as a different sentence.
You know.
Okay, so
go to
you
the
hug the
next
man,
door.
and you go to the next door.
Yeah.
Yep.
The man pats
Sticking,
her on the back.
sticking to the right side, yes?
Yes.
Always,
Yeah.
yes.
Let's go.
Okay, you open the door, and a very familiar scene is laid out. Bloody meat hooks over a master bedroom king-size
Close
bed.
that fucking door.
Why?
We didn't even want to go in that one.
Nope.
X.
Fuck that door.
Yeah, fuck that door. You wanna know why, Echo? You wanna know why? He like pulls his shirt up. That's why.
I don't think she meant why as in, or I don't think they meant why as in, why wouldn't we want to go in there? I
No,
think
no,
it was
yeah.
more about why is this room in the castle?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is this connected? Like, what the
Because
hell?
Joe needs to fill 16 hours of things. We are already past 6 hours. I'm very proud of us.
These doors seem to lead to random fucking places.
Yeah. So now we go to the next door. And now Strahd can't. How many doors have we been through, Joe? I've lost
1,
count.
2, 3, 4,
Not a lot.
5.
Six. We've been through 6.
Okay,
Six
cool.
out of 100.
It's so.
You want to keep
Strahd
doing
can-
this, we can.
Well, I don't know how.
We
else to
can't
do
get
this.
out. We can't get out.
As far as we know.
I'm going to pray to Sergey and be like, which door do we need?
Where are you?
So
Tell
you're
us
taking some
something.
time to kneel in the hallway
Yeah.
and you're praying? Okay.
Yep.
So while Shiloh is praying, does anybody want to do anything else?
Hold on.
Pray with me, Riki. I'm gonna be an evangelist.
Too stressed to pray right now.
Give me your money.
I can help. Dear Sergey. Wait. Dear Morning Lord. Or Sergey. He like looks over at Shiloh like, we are stuck inside of all of these rooms and we don't want to open all of the doors. Could you guide us with your magical light and help us defeat your stupid douche-based brother? Amen.
Amen.
Amen. While they're doing this, Echo's gonna like kind of slowly wander towards the other end of the hall, not opening any doors, just looking.
Okay. You get to the end towards the end, and you start to kind of see some movement in the stone wall at the end.
Gonna cast Mage Hand and or take a rock or something. Just like grab like one of the pieces of chalk or something that I've got.
Okay.
Just kind of like poke the wall with it.
Yeah. As the mage hand approaches, you see a very faint reflection of the mage hand in the chalk as it makes contact with the stone wall.
Does it stop or can it go through?
It does not go through it.
Like a mirror.
As that's happening, and Shiloh is concentrating, trying to ignore the assistance of Ivan.
I'm helping.
You get this warm sensation that starts in your chest and kind of spreads through the rest of your body. And you get a word that pops into your head. Sunrise. Keep bumping the table, sorry.
I'll open my eyes, stand up.
I didn't get anything.
I did, actually.
Oh, good.
I got the word sunrise.
When you say that word out loud,
Yes. Oh no.
Echo, you'll notice that the faint reflection gets much stronger, and it looks like there's two identical mage hands with chalk touching each other, and the stone wall kind of ripples and looks like a very ripply mirror.
I say sunrise in Echo in Shiloh's voice.
And it disappears and has that very faint reflection. You can just barely see another mage hand with the chalk.
Sunrise.
The wavy returns.
I'm gonna go where Echo is, just saying.
Just Echo, yeah, just copying you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna walk past Echo and get to the where the ripple is.
Okay, as you approach it, you see a very wavery reflection of yourself.
Okay. I'm going to try and I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah, you reach out and you touch it, and it feels kind of like liquid, like a liquid metal almost.
Can I push through it?
You push through, and it feels like you're pushing on like a balloon as you kind of push, and then it feels like you pop that balloon, and your hand feels very cool to the touch, but it feels like it can continue going at that point.
Okay, I will wave my friends on, and I will step through.
Okay.
Ivan's gonna make sure the knot on his freaking thing is tight. Oh, this woman is going to make me fall.
Shiloh, as you're beginning to push through and try to step through, the liquid begins to kind of expand up your arm and up and swallows you, and you all see Shiloh kind of sucked into this mirror, and it ripples, and you can still see the rope kind of disappear into this rippling thing.
Shiloh?
Do I hear her?
You do not at this point.
Oh, good.
Shiloh?
Should we pull her back?
Let's just see if she can come back. He tugs on it twice.
Shiloh, as you're sucked into this, you're kind of surrounded by this tunnel of liquid. It's just kind of makes this... Have you ever been in an aquarium where they have the thing and it's underwater, and you can see that rippling liquid kind of in that kind of shape of tunnel, and then there's stone on the bottom part. And it looks like there's a bright light on the other side of that. It just continues on for probably about 150, 200 yards. So it's like 2 football field lengths
Jesus.
away of this tunnel,
Yeah.
and there's a bright light coming from the other side of it.
My brain automatically went. He said he meant feet. No, no, he did not.
I meant yards.
I'm gonna. Do I feel the rope being tugged at all?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna look back.
The rope does look like it's kind of protruding through, and you see this ripple, and you can actually see them looking at you, and they look a little worried, but you can't hear them. Jumping back, the rest of you have... No, you're fine. The rest of you... There's no... Like, you tug on the rope, and there's no response.
Tug again a little harder.
Shiloh? Shiloh?
Shiloh.
Shiloh?
Hello?
Nothing. Shiloh, you're in there, and no tugs on the rope, but you can see they're getting concerned, and it looks like they're yelling your name, like they're mouthing it. You cannot hear them.
Can I pull on the rope?
You can.
Can I see if Ivan gets closer?
As you're watching, it looks like the rope is moving, but there's like, it's some kind of like, the rope is gaining distance, like it's not... You're tugging, and it's pulling, but it's not affecting the other side.
Can I try to go back through?
You can attempt to.
Okay, I go and try to push my hand.
Okay. It's the same sensation. You push it up, and you get this feeling of like touching a balloon, and you push and you push. As you guys are back here on the other side, you see this handprint coming out and reaching towards you.
Ivan like puts everybody behind him.
And then it pops out, and like it looks like a rubber balloon has been snapped, and it just kind of envelops around, and there's this purple hand. Purple?
Ivan grabs fucking
Gray.
grabs
I'm sorry.
her and he
Gray.
yanks her out. He like
Shiloh turned
grabs
purple!
Shiloh. Just
And yeah, and Shiloh, at that point, you feel your hand pop through that, and then you feel someone grab onto your hand and pull you. It's like they're pulling you through this rubber balloon, and you just like feel that.
he like hugs you.
Shiloh?
Okay, you're
hugged
safe.
Back.
What happened?
Didn't you feel the rope? Oh, gross!
Thanks.
That was
As-
a wonderful image. Forever
There's no
remembered.
mess.
We did all see that.
There's no mess.
There's a tunnel. And no, I didn't feel the rope, and I noticed when I pulled on the rope, you didn't seem to feel it either, but I could see you guys.
Well, we know that we can at least come back, but my concern is, can you come back if that word was said again?
Maybe not.
We could get trapped on the other side.
Well, there's a bright light, and I feel like we should go towards it. Why would the Morning Lord lie to me and tell me the word to get through here if it wasn't the way out?
What if not Morning Lord?
It was a warm sensation that I don't think Strahd could attempt.
Yeah, you were very confident that it was the Morning Lord.
If you trust it, Shiloh, I trust it.
It's worth a try.
I am also a DM. I don't trust anything.
I mean,
I'm a dumb boy. I trust everything. It's all right.
Okay.
It's not a fun feeling going through this, guys. And I went through it twice. About to go through it a third time. I'm not gonna like this, so I'm gonna rush it.
You're really
You guys
okay.
can just like fucking javelin echo through first.
The beak punctures it. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shiloh, you pop through, and you feel that pressure as you're stepping,
As quickly as possible.
and it just and you're standing in the 200-yard tunnel, and the light is on the other side.
I look back, waiting for my friends.
You see them attempting to go in next. Like, you can see through that, and you can see them, so you just can't hear what they're doing.
Yeah.
So who's next? Bird?
It's good, dude. We can too. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Majestic Goose? We are staying hydrated. I'm alternating.
Yeah, I'm on my like third Diet Coke though, so.
There's water in Coke, Diet Coke.
There's also just been water in cup. I'm also on my third cup of water, so.
There you go.
This is my first juice.
I'm so proud.
Oh. Anyway,
Yeah.
watching.
So you all eventually go through one by one, and it's a weird sensation. It's like you're going through this big rubber balloon that kind of it kind of sticks to you a little bit, and then you pop through, and you see this long 200-yard. The liquid is just kind of wavering in this semi-arch, and then there's this stone, and it just looks like a 200-yard long tunnel. And you see this bright light emanating from the other end of it.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay. You continue walking down this tunnel, and as you start to walk down the tunnel, it starts to grow darker. That light kind of dims.
I just keep going. I don't know where else we can go.
Okay. The light gets dimmer and dimmer until it's replaced by this deep amber glow.
Motherfucker.
We're gonna be in the Amber Temple,
Temple.
today, bitches! Oh no! Okay, so now I don't trust it. I was fairly confident I trusted it because Sergey or the Morning Lord was like, hey, friend.
Don't trust deities. Don't trust them.
But we couldn't get out any other way.
I'm gonna fight
I
you.
just imagine that, like, Copy knows somebody, or Echo knows somebody like Star, so when Star says shit in her own voice, it's just Echo. Don't trust deities!
Onward we go.
So you
Echo
continue down.
Echo grew up around a whole bunch of mages. I'm sure there was somebody who was like super
Just like
anti-deity.
Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to have super anti-deity. I just also know this game.
No. Just has the same, like, sayings that you have.
You continue down, and as you get about halfway, or 3/4 of the way down this tunnel, you've traveled 150 yards, your berry donation did happen. Barry was present?
Before the fight, yeah.
Unless you did it again and I missed that one, which could be the case, because...
The one that we killed doesn't count.
Yeah. So as you you approach, you get about 3/4 of the way, you kind of look back and you realize that the tunnel has grown to like 500 yards back the way you came.
Like some Spooky's House of Jump Scares bullshit.
It's just like
Ivan is trying to map
extend.
this.
Yeah.
You know, I want you guys to look at Ivan. It was just like, but
Oh, Joe. So Kai says, yeah, it's what set it over 3,000. So I think we were distracted by the pie in your face.
Oh, okay, yes. I got you.
this
Show up
doesn't
eventually.
seem to add up.
Maybe we all hold on to the rope so we don't get separated.
That means
I
that
don't like that. When Joe just randomly laughs, like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Hold the rope.
Now,
Hey.
come on, have I ever... Okay, never mind.
Yes, you have. Remember vividly. Whatever it is, I
Yeah,
remember
always.
vividly.
Dragon, you remember how we were talking about parallels with the sliding and now the rope and how well that worked with the tying together?
Hey, we did
I
the
do
same.
remember
we
that,
did the
but we're
same.
not in space this time, so it should be okay.
No, it worked fine with the horses. Way back in season 1.
Guess what? This group loses animals notoriously. I don't know what else to do, guys. I'm gonna keep walking.
That's really all we can do.
Okay. And
We can all hold hands.
Dragon and Ivan are still tied together, but there's rope distance between them, right? So you're kind of
Yeah.
carrying the rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you travel the rest of the 50 yards and you get to this it looks like the wavery metal, liquid metal, kind of turns into this amber crystalline form, and kind of takes over. And there's not this wavery metal on the other side. It just looks like you would be able to step out of this tunnel and into a crystalline cavern that is dimly glowing this amber color, this orangish color.
Yes, we do that.
Okay. As you step across the...
Manic ladies first.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you step across the threshold of the cavern that you're in into this amber cavern. Sorry, it's not a chasm. You feel a shift in gravity, Shiloh, as you're
God.
kind of beginning to fall.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Ivan, hold on!
You see her go through, like she's just there and then suddenly not?
No, you can see her, and it looks like as you're kind of looking at this, you see Shiloh's kind of shifting her perspective, and the entire perspective of this tunnel that you're in shifts, and the gravity kind of shifts for all of you, and it looks like you are standing in this area sideways, looking down into this area. So it looks like you have kind of shifted into above this cavern.
I think there's a gas leak.
Shiloh, you begin to fall.
Hold on!
10 feet.
As you look,
20 feet,
it looks
30
to
feet.
you
40 feet.
like Ivan, Echo, and Riki are standing sideways on this like vertical tunnel.
It's like we're at the top of a wall, essentially.
It looks like there's a tunnel through the ceiling of this thing as you're falling down towards what looks like the ground to you, Shiloh, and you're looking up. It looks like there's this chimney or tunnel that goes up, and they're standing sideways on the side of this tunnel.
Who did this? Who designed this?
I'm gonna look down.
Yeah.
How far is the floor from me? It's like 2 inches.
How far is this fall? Because we only have so much rope, Joe.
It is about 100 feet as the rope tugs on Ivan. Ivan, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No! This is where Shiloh dies. Terminal velocity and all.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Okay.
Oh my god! No, the thing is, I saw it, it hit the wall, and it was like... It was almost a fucking 2! I just saw it!
So, Ivan, you see this happening. You see what looks like... It looks to you, from your perspective, like Shiloh is being sucked into this area, because from your perspective, it looks like she's just going forward. But you grab onto the rope and you pull, and it kind of tugs you, and you start sliding.
Guys, I don't know what's happening. Riki, help!
I'm gonna, grab the rope and help him.
He's gonna start trying to pull the rope.
Wait.
Yeah.
At about 50
Wait.
feet, Dragon. Go ahead. Yes, Star?
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna cast rope trick on that rope because I need a rope to do it. So I'm gonna touch the rope and I'm gonna cast rope trick.
Okay, what does rope trick do?
The end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. It can be reached, but essentially, if this end of the rope that's on Ivan rises into the air and goes into the tunnel and like hangs perpendicular, then it at least stops Shiloh from falling.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, it does that, and kind of, it almost feels like it stiffens Shiloh and kind of like becomes
So
like
it's
a rod.
Echo kind of just like pulls out the little knife and just like, and casts rope trick. And
Oh
throws
my god, could you imagine if that didn't work?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cast rope trick. It's fine.
So yeah, you're dangling there. Shiloh, you feel like you're dangling
Good idea.
above, and you can see there's a smooth area along the floor, but it's made of this like glass-like almost crystal-looking substance. You can see a reflection of yourself kind of dangling in it, and you hear this woo woo kind of reverberating, and then you hear pitter-pattering.
Barry?
Shiloh, are you okay?
I'm fine. I did not expect to fall. I just look up at them.
Did you trip because you were wearing a skirt?
You son of a bitch!
Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't fall. I didn't trip. Gravity is different.
He looks at Echo like...
Echo's gonna just, like, poke their head through. Just because, you know, it's that weird kind of, like, wobbly stuff. So it's like, at this point, they just, like,
It's
pierce
actually,
it with their
at
beak.
this end, there's no
It's not.
wobbly stuff.
Oh,
you
there's
just
not- it's not
see
wobbly?
this,
Okay, never
it
mind.
transitions from...
It's just that, it's that weird fucking, like, fucking MC Escher stare kind of deal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from the labyrinth.
Yeah, from the labyrinth.
That's where Joe got this idea. No, just kidding. I have no idea.
Maybe it is.
So I'm dangling from a rope, 100 feet up in the air. I hear, whoo! I'm looking for Barry.
I mean, you might have, like, 50 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
60 feet.
dangling 50 feet off the ground.
Oh, I mean, still.
There's
if
another
I-
50 feet of rope that goes up, and you're kind of
Okay.
dangling, so...
Do you want us to pull you up?
No, just hold on.
Do you think the floor can hold you? I pull out my 50 feet of rope that I have.
Oh, I'm sure the floor could hold me. Are you gonna throw me the rope?
Can you catch it? Is that okay?
No, here.
It's
Ivan's gonna tie
tied
us-
to me.
Yeah,
Copy.
he's gonna tie... I was gonna say, oh yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
How heavy is the rope? I don't know if it's...
My rope? 10
Joe
pounds.
is getting attacked by a cat. You know how I know this? Because I see the pains of anguish on his face going,
It's not
10
even an
pounds.
attack. It's a happy kneading.
Yeah.
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 50 feet of hemp rope is 10 pounds. It won't be able to carry it. Again, I don't know this because I'm Ivan.
How much can Copy carry?
A 15 to 20 pounds, I believe.
Raven has a strength of 2.
Okay,
So-
I have an idea. He's
Not a
just gonna
plus 2,
tie it-
a 2.
A 2.
He's gonna tie a slip knot on it, and then around the rope,
In a
so
little
the
bit.
rope
Yeah.
you can let go.
Slides down.
Oh,
Yeah, so it slides down.
Yeah.
Ivan's
Okay,
smart
cool.
sometimes, guys.
And I will tighten it when it gets to me, and then I guess climb down.
Watch your face.
Okay.
What does that mean?
He like throws the rope down.
Oh,
Bonk.
It slides down the rope, and to you, it looks like you throw it, and it just like goes horizontally. And
did we take drugs before we came in here? I feel like we
No,
took
I
drugs.
think it's a gas leak.
Okay, yeah.
Strahd farts are strong, man.
Oh,
Damn!
I was
And
waiting.
he's farting on us. What a dick!
I was trying to come up with the thing for Ivan. I was trying to be like, Ivan is unaware of admitting that you farted or something, but
No, it's from the jerky. The jerky's letting out fumes now.
oh god, why do we have that? It's gonna start dealing poison damage.
I'm no longer resistant.
So Shiloh, you tie the rope to the rope, and
Yep.
you know how to make a nice knot, so it's safe.
Okay.
And you grab onto the rope and you begin to descend, and you can hear the pitter patter of like paw prints on what sounds like glass. And there's this
Okay.
small tunnel, and when I say small, it's like 5 feet wide, 10 feet tall
Okay.
archway tunnel that's just made of these random crystallines. It's like those tunnels or those caves in South Kentucky, I believe.
Sure.
Those crystal
know.
caverns.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I guess I will test the floor to see if it'll hold me.
Yeah, you
This
dangle.
is the second time that Kaz has made a weird joke about one of my characters.
Only the second?
Yeah. He asked. Botchus once asked if Nora could fit through like a crack because of her boobs.
He was legitimately concerned. It wasn't like a quip.
Damn it, on my
It
keyboard.
was just really. Oh no!
Now it's gonna be sticky because of you.
Technically, it's Kaz's fault.
Gross, man. Fuck.
Never mind. Moving on.
Yep.
You dangle down and you put your feet down and you kind of start to let some pressure onto this, and it does seem very, very solid, although reflective. You see it kind of showing an image of yourself back at you.
That's fun. Yeah. I'm gonna look for Barry.
You hear the pitter-patter approaching from this tunnel that you see. And you see Barry. Kind of skittering, like running faster than he's actually running. And he's just slowly making his way as he's like...
Oh no! Oh no! I start running away. Because he's good.
It's slippery as hell.
He's gonna slide right into me.
Yep.
And he's doing that, and he's moving, and you turn around to run away, and you guys see Barry sideways running towards Shiloh, who is standing horizontally on this wall of glass. And Barry just begins to slide. Shiloh, you step away, and you make it just enough room to where Barry comes to a stop, and then tries to jump up on you. And it's like one of those big giant mastiffs at this point. He's pretty big, so he's up, and he's like hugging you on your shoulders.
He's not bigger than he was whenever we last saw him, right?
No, it's the same size
castle?
as he was last time.
Oh,
But now
thank
he's,
God.
he's
Okay.
up, standing, so his arms are like hugging around your shoulders.
Barry! I hug him. My sweet boy.
He hugs you back, and it...
Oh, you're so big, you big boy.
So what are the rest of you doing? Cat, we can't hear you.
I got it all over my mouse. It was okay. So if we're like this, Shiloh's like this.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, we could climb up and enter it this way, and then we'd be upright.
In theory, you can try that.
I'm not sure I'm understanding what angle we're at.
Yeah,
You guys are standing in a tunnel, okay? And it looks to you, from your perspective, that Shiloh is standing horizontally on a wall.
So we're like this, she's like this on a wall.
Yes. From her perspective, she is standing upright, and then she is looking up into this, what looks like a chimney, and you guys are horizontal to her.
Okay, so like if we just step forward, we would just fall flat.
Right.
Okay.
You're
So-
facing what looks like the wall to you is the floor to her.
Okay, Ivan's gonna take out 2 daggers, test this theory, and like as hard as he can, he's gonna try and like grip the ground with it, and like slowly try and see if like he can maneuver his way like to figure out which orientation he is at.
Okay. As
Like
you
try to go towards where, I know it sounds crazy, like lift his leg to the side.
Have rope!
No! It's a rope trick, okay? I don't have any more rope! And who has the bag?
You grab onto the rope.
It's at where you guys are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can grab
Oh, that's
onto
right.
it.
There's a
Okay.
rope kind of
Like
past your
it
head.
comes
It's
out of an
horizontal
extra
to
dimensional
you.
space, right about where your face is,
Yep.
and then it extends.
Okay, that works.
So
then.
like
he's gonna
basically to the ground.
he's gonna reach out. He's just gonna. All right.
Yeah, as you cross that threshold, you feel the gravity shift and you just swing onto the rope.
This is weird. This is really weird.
And now you're looking up and you see the rope continue up into the hallway. It looks like a chimney to you now. And you see Echo and Riki standing horizontal. And you can look down and see Shiloh standing on the glass reflective surface of this crystalline temple.
Okay, Echo, come on. I'll carry you down.
Hate the fact that I'm in a skirt right now with this
You mean we're
reflective
looking-
floor.
Oh, it's fine. We're looking directly down at you. It's fine.
No one's
I
paying
know,
attention
but I'm
right
just
now.
like,
We're busy.
I know.
Told you she should wear pants.
shut up!
Oh. Okay.
Just
And
had a problem with it until
Echo
I
like
met you.
very carefully like reaches out and I guess kind of like just like spider monkeys.
Yeah, Ivan's trying to like.
Yeah, as you cross that threshold, you feel that gravity shift and you swing onto Ivan's back.
Okay.
It's weird. Which I mean, Echo's light as fuck because I mean, hollow bones.
Mhm.
The heaviest thing on me is books.
Riki, do you think you got this? I can also come
Oh,
back
yeah.
up and help you.
No. I'm heavy. I'll wait till they get a solid distance down, and then I'll start climbing down or sideways.
Alright, Ivan's gonna wrap his leg around the rope and slowly go down.
Okay. Roll in athletics for me, please.
Doo-doo-doo. Wrong page.
Hey, we have advantage because we haven't used a skill check yet.
It's okay, I had an 18 plus 8.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that face was, so.
Oh, it was the fact I was like, that's math.
I feel you. So
26?
18 plus 8, 26, yeah. It's nothing for you. You hand over fist, boom, 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 right down to the bottom, and you touch down right next to Shiloh, leaving Riki standing horizontally in the ceiling chimney. And you're looking down as everyone looks like they are standing on a wall horizontally to you.
Riki, are you wearing gloves?
Mm-hmm.
I will stabilize it. You can just slide down now. So Ivan's
Okay.
gonna like stabilize the rope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also gonna wrap a leg around it and just work my way down
Okay, yeah.
sideways.
As you cross the threshold, you feel that gravity shift. As you're sideways, you feel it kind of swing down, and then you can descend the rope and slide down.
Cool beans.
And Barry waddles on his hind legs over and begins to hug each of you, like grabs you each into a group bear hug.
Like a bear hug.
Oh, my baby.
Echo is still just like clutching onto the back of Ivan, like, I'm stuck now.
We're sorry. Barry, you're so damn I missed you so much.
And then he puts you down, and he goes back down onto all fours and begins to thump, 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 towards down the hallway of this 5 foot by 10 foot archway of crystalline.
Barry,
Going.
Barry,
Follows Barry.
where go?
Damn it, I really
I'm
should have taken animal talk, guys.
Yes, you should have.
So upset that I did it.
I'm gonna drop off of Ivan's back now.
Okay.
I even forgot you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I didn't mind.
Your equipment weighs more than I do.
All right. So, you travel down this tunnel for about 15 feet before getting to these carved crystalline... Well, they don't look carved, they just look shaped. Yes, you can start getting that ready. And there's 2 large pillars that are shaped out of this amber crystal, and it looks like you're in this glowing temple of some sort, and there's this archway that opens up into a very ornately carved temple. You can see out of this solid crystalline thing, these pews that are carved, this altar that is carved, and behind the altar, past the pews, there is this, what looks like a mirror. Like an antique mirror with, the archways, and then it's got the thing, and then there's this flat, smooth surface, but instead of the reflective amber that is glowing that you're currently in, there's this swirling dark void in the center of this.
Sorry, I missed that.
You only missed All we said was
Again, now
I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray again.
That's better. That's more like it.
There, she knows what she's doing.
Add more, Joe. Tell her to add more.
Add more. But leave enough for 2.
More?
Yeah, we need 2 more. We only have 1 can because apparently the kids had hot chocolate and used the other can that I bought. So we only have 1 can of Ready Whip.
Ooh, no, that's on them then.
A wise
Yeah.
use. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I just don't want to short everyone from their 3 pies, 4 pies.
What did we miss?
Oh, yeah, no, you're true. You're right. I'm gonna pray again.
What's going on with the
Somebody's
room?
praying.
There's a mirror at the far end that's like looks all antique and stuff.
Black
However,
void.
yeah, it's got a swirling black void.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
That looks good.
Yeah, Max had to let me know he really needed a pee.
No worries. This is where we're going to take a break.
Oh.
Pie
Awesome.
lady. Come here, pie lady.
Hi, lady. Really?
Hi, lady.
There you go. Okay.
Well, I will make more announcements.
We're gonna let her do an announcement first, and then
Yeah.
right
Okay.
before we go to
Super
break.
excited.
Yeah. So,
So I just want everybody to. So we've had a lot of people join the stream today. Since this last announcement, we're currently trying to reach 100 YouTube subscribers before the end of the year. Currently, we are sitting at
drum roll, please.
96. We're waiting for 4
So
more
close,
people
so close.
to subscribe. When you do subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will actually be able to access all of the streams that we have ever done on our Twitch. Well, not ever done. All of our Twitch shows that we do. So you can get Barovia Beckons, you can get Sunrunners, you can get
Hoarding around.
remastered. Hoarding Around is not on there, is it?
It's on our website because it's a podcast.
It's on, yeah, it's
right,
on the
that's right.
website. You can get Monster Prom, and we have other shows coming out that will also be going up on the YouTube. So if you missed any of this stream, you'll actually be able to catch it on YouTube later. So you should definitely go over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell as well. I don't really know what that does, but just do
It
the
gives you
thing.
notifications. However, the thing is, YouTube is really weird, so you may or may
Yep.
not get those notifications.
Yep.
Yep, they'll show up on your.
But
on
you
your
certainly won't get them if you don't hit the bell. So hit the bell.
Absolutely.
Oh, apparently we're at 97. We
Yes,
only
it was
need
just
3 more people.
3 more. 3 more.
So please go over to the YouTube. Now take it away, Joe's youngest.
All right, let me make sure this is in camera. There you
Wait,
go.
how am I gonna?
Take your headphones.
The way Nathan did
Wait,
it.
the
Oh,
headphones.
yeah,
Headphones.
It's like this.
Watch your
you can-
headphones.
Save the equipment.
Well, you could do it the other way, like this. Hold it like that, so you can
Hold
really
on,
get good.
Tell her to do it however her heart feels is right.
Do it however your heart feels is right. But that's going to be the most efficient.
Okay.
All right, give me a second. Okay, ready? Whenever you're ready.
That's better.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
He looks like the Phantom of the Opera.
All right.
I screenshotted that.
All right.
Yes. Use that for the
Thank you
Instagram.
very much for helping us get to that $3,000 goal. We still have 2 more pies in the face to get to. So stay tuned as we do that throughout the day at the beginning of each break. And thank you for so much for the subscriptions, the subs, and the everything. Thank you for all the
Yeah,
support.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go
We couldn't
wash
do
this off.
without you.
Yes, please
Yes,
do.
please
So it
do.
doesn't start to smell like sour milk really fast, because apparently that happens really quickly.
Real fast.
Yeah, it does.
Try doing that in the Florida heat.
And the humidity.
It's instant. It is so bad, and you just it's so bad.
It's a good thing I chose Ready Whip and not shaving cream.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna take a break if I can find the button. There it is. All right, we'll see you in about 5 minutes. How long have we been playing?
7 hours.
Oh wow, look at that.
Hey,
7 hours of Strahd.
Woo!
Time
We're almost
flies.
halfway. Yeah.
7 hours of shenanigans. Sister guy.
I mean, I was gonna say you literally are living on a prayer right
I
now.
am.
Yeah.
To my boy, I'm praying.
Welcome
I
back.
hope you can feel it.
We just wrapped up with a quick bio slash
Stretch lesson.
stretch lesson. Thank you,
Yep.
Kat. And we are currently in a crystalline amber glowing temple. I wonder where that could be.
Gee.
Yeah, that's
I have to
crazy.
pause for a second because I just went to the YouTube and we have 100 subscribers.
Yes!
Oh my
Thank you,
Yes!
guys!
That's absolutely amazing. Way before the end of the year, even.
Yeah.
Hey, we're crushing goals this
Before,
year.
before we're halfway done with the stream, even.
Right?
We're gonna be
Yeah.
hitting the ground running in 2021, man. Let's keep this momentum up.
It's gonna be a
yes.
sexy year.
Exactly. If you think you have friends that would enjoy the Nerd Asylum, if you think your friends wouldn't enjoy the Nerd Asylum,
Harass
tell them
them.
to come subscribe
for
to the
everyone.
Nerd Asylum.
Every
we got
day.
games, we got charity, we
got
got pies to the face.
We got spoopy stories. We have so much more shit coming. It's
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
ridiculous. Fill your day up with D&D. Fill up your week up with D&D. We're here for you.
And it's not even just D&D.
Yes.
It's all kinds of stuff.
Exactly. It's all kinds of
branching
stuff.
out into other things. And
Yep.
we will tell you more about that as the stream goes on. So stick around.
We appreciate you guys.
And now
so
back
much.
to the story.
Believe it.
You
Sorry.
good?
Cat as a Sailor Moon just like threw me off for
No,
a
that was
second. I was
Naruto,
like,
wasn't it?
Naruto.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
This would have been
Believe
Sailor
it.
Scouts.
Anime, whatever.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a nerd. Come on.
I'm a nerd.
We love support from nerds like you. That's Sailor Moon.
What?
I said I'm a nerd too.
Yeah, you're a nerd too.
Hey.
Mostly a hate.
Yeah.
Mostly a Harry Potter nerd, yep.
Yeah.
We still love you anyways.
It's a good
Nobody
nerd.
knows, but I have my Slytherin PJ pants on.
Nice.
Wait, which
Business
ones are
on the
they?
top, party on the bottom. They're the
I need to see
green
them.
ones.
Oh, nope, not the
Oh,
same
those
ones
are
I have.
cute.
Leggy. Now everyone knows my secret. Okay.
You have
What's that,
legs.
you're Slytherin?
No. Well,
Then it's
that
business
too.
on top and
All the
pajamas on the
secrets.
bottom.
Hey,
coming out
me
now.
too. I'm also wearing pajama pants, so.
I am wearing pajamas, yeah. I'm on a onesie.
I'm wearing capris that I had in middle school that still fit me, and now they're up to my knees.
Don't
Yes,
brag.
yes, yes. Recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
If it ain't broke, don't throw it away.
All right, Strahd, where are you, you bitch?
All right.
So yeah, you're
Show
in
me money, you son of a bitch.
this crystalline temple, and there is this altar, and behind the altar is this antique-styled crystalline carved mirror, and instead of a reflection in this mirror, there's this swirling void. What would you all like to do?
I'm praying.
That's right, you aren't praying.
You sit down and you begin to pray, and you kind of get this feeling like you're disconnected. It doesn't feel like this is going anywhere.
Place needs Jesus.
Place needs Sergey.
This place needs Sergey.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go up to the. Seeing as my praying isn't working, I'm gonna go up to the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Did we get our ropes back?
No, they're still on the
They're
rope.
still hanging.
I can dismiss rope trick and just like they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
might
that
need
would
to
be a
get it all
good
back.
idea. We never.
It
know if
doesn't
we're
last
gonna
that
need
long.
rope.
Rope trick lasts for an hour, so I have a feeling we've been here for longer than an hour.
I have idea. Maybe we leave it there, and if it, we'll know how long we've been in here.
Okay.
Or do you think we'll need our ropes?
You may need ropes, honestly.
I mean, I have rope.
We're gonna need
Might
our
need
rope. Who looks over at Echo like, we're gonna need rope.
Do you not trust my rope?
No, I don't trust that I don't have rope.
Oh, okay.
It always reminds me of Boondock Saints.
You and
I
your
love that movie.
stupid
With
rope.
the rope.
Alright, get your bloody rope.
When will we ever be needing a rope? All right.
He's holding that big ass knife. Alright, Rambo, get your bloody rope. I love it. I love that movie.
Oh, I love
One of
that
my
movie.
favorites.
So,
We gotta do a watch party for it.
For
We'll
both.
do a hydration. So every time they say the word fuck, you drink water. We
That's
tried it with
so
alcohol,
I'll
but you'll
drown.
die. Exactly. But you'll be hydrated for sure.
You will be dead.
You will have to pee
Sure.
very badly.
So yeah, you're standing in this room. It's an altar-looking area. It looks like a temple of some sort.
Is there a backside to the mirror, or is it like in the wall?
So you kind of go behind and look at the back of the mirror, and it's just carved crystal.
Okay.
Are there any other doors to this place?
You don't see anything. It's all just carved crystal. It looks very... you know those crystals that have those pentagon shapes, and they're like long crystalline...
Yeah.
There's that kind of stuff just all over the place.
Barry,
Go.
go.
It's just
Barry's
kinda
with
like-
you still. Barry has kind of
Okay,
led
good.
you into this room and is just kind of sitting there next to you.
Thank God.
Yeah, he has not wandered off yet.
Echo's like, not sure in castle anymore.
No, not at all.
Not sure.
Also, can't get a hold of the Morning Lord. I keep getting his voicemail.
Line disconnected?
Yeah. He must be out of range. Maybe he's roaming.
Maybe
Gotta
we're
call
roaming.
collect. We're roaming.
We're the ones roaming.
Yeah, we went through a magical portal.
Think
Gravity
we-
shifted. Maybe we're the wrong. Maybe we're.
we're not Barovia, you think?
There's no way of telling if we're anywhere else.
Phoebe, we didn't hear anything you said.
Can't hear you, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah, we
me
can't
too.
hear
Ah. We're all roaming.
We're all disconnected. No.
Are there any, like, you said there's like pews, are there like rocks, crystals?
It all seems like it's carved out of one giant piece. Like, there doesn't seem to be any loose pieces. It's all just one singular piece. There's no seams where you can see that the pews have been set on this. It's like they're carved out of this place.
Do I see any, like, kind of long spires, like, you know, a long, thin kind of spire? Like, just, you know, sticking out like the formations or something?
Most of them are pretty thick. They're at least about this big, if not bigger.
Okay. I
Were
need
you
a
wanting
stick.
one of those to break? I
Poke.
can still try and break one.
Need stick.
Hold on. Let me see what's in my bag of goodies. My bag of goodies.
Can Ivan tell that this is amber? The
Actual amber is not
Yeah.
crystal.
it's
Actual
not.
amber.
That's what I'm saying.
is
That's what I'm saying. It's he would
Roll
know
a
that
nature
it's
check.
resin.
I have a bolt that you could poke it with, Star.
A what?
Like a crossbow bolt.
And I grabbed those crossbows too.
Yeah.
Nature, you said?
So you
Yep.
have
Shit, I
crossbow
didn't even
bolts.
think about that when we were looking at. Or was that before, or was that after the heart?
17.
That was after the heart.
Okay.
Yeah, but no one told me to shoot the heart because I was planning on that.
That's a 17 for nature.
You can tell that this is this is not like actual amber. It is the color of amber, but it's some sort of like highly reflective crystalline.
We gotta get Ray in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
we need
my
Ray.
geology friend.
Like to phone a friend.
Yeah. Ray, what kind of crystals are these?
He's probably asleep after working third shift
Yeah.
last night.
I do not think this is actual amber. It's like trying to chip it off with like his knife. Like
I'm gonna pull out a crossbow bolt.
Okay, you're pulling out a crossbow bolt as Ivan is tapping the thing with the dagger, and you get these like sparks of light as the dagger scrapes across, not cutting through the amber but dulling the blade. You see the metal kind of like get jagged on one end. And yeah, it is basically kind of ripped the metal a little bit as it tore and like has caused the tip of the dagger to tear and cause jagged ridges across the tip of the dagger.
It hurt more to stab somebody.
I was gonna poke the mirror.
Okay, you take a crossbow bolt and you begin to And as you approach the tip of the mirror, kind of get out there, and then it makes contact with the glass, and it pulls it out of your hand into the mirror. And the void begins to swirl and form this humanoid shape of shadow. As it swirls around and begins to form this shape, you all hear a voice ring out and echo through the cavern that you're in. Please do not touch me.
Help us. I shift echo kind of behind me.
I let you.
Yeah.
You'll notice that Barry kind of skitters across the floor behind you as well, and you're kind of shoved a little bit as Barry slides into you, and you feel the paws of this owl bear kind of clench around your shoulders. And it's,
Even though he's like a head taller.
yeah, and it's shaking.
I'm vibrating.
Oh, buddy. All the fur is just shaking. Who you?
We are the Dark Powers.
Oh shit!
Oh, what?
Guidance says out loud.
The Dark Powers?
Where are we?
You are inside my temple.
Wait. No.
How did get here? How did we get here?
First, we walked through the door, and then we went through the hallway, and then we went through that, and then we walked all the way through there, and then somehow ended up all the way over here.
Strahd has many connecting portals.
Called it!
Oh, yeah.
How we get out?
Portal.
How do we get out?
The figure kind of turns to a profile, and you see, because it can't extend its arm, you just see it kind of bring up a finger next to its chest and point. And you see the crystalline kind of into a archway.
That's out?
It will lead you back to the castle you came from.
Oh.
What if we don't want to go back to the castle, just want to get out?
Out where?
Outside.
Outside of the castle?
Sure. I don't want. Fuck his dinner now.
Woman, you have to be more specific. Gods.
You see the crystalline close, and then it turns to the other side and points to a different location, and the crystal kind of grows apart.
If these are the Dark Powers, these are the people that gave Strahd his power and gave Sergei his curse.
Tatiana said we'd find answers.
Tatiana did say we'd find answers.
I don't remember bringing questions.
No.
She said that we might not know the questions?
How do you...
It closes up, and the person turns to face the void person that you can't... It's just this, like, undulating void that's shaped in the humanoid shape, and...
Mystical void person. He grabs Shiloh, like pulls her over. Do you recognize this soul?
This soul has been trapped in a cycle for many millennia.
They do not have their memories.
This can be fixed for a price.
What is the price?
You must take the place of the one who has become corrupted.
You mean Strahd?
It's just kind of silence, because you would assume you can kind of see the top of the head moving as if it's nodding yes, but you don't see like a form. There's no three-dimensional form to it.
But you created Strahd. Why would you want us to replace him?
He is no longer doing the job he said he would do.
What was
What's
the job?
that?
To judge the souls of the dearly departed.
Like a Grim Reaper. Or Valkyrie.
He
That's
goes
why
by
everybody's-
many names.
That's
through
why
many
everybody's stuck in
cultures.
Barovia?
He is collecting souls instead of judging them and passing them on.
He looks over at Shiloh. Shiloh, how much are your memories worth to you? You don't have to have them. You can make new memories.
I have already come to terms with not having my memories. I refuse to align myself with something less dark. They call themselves the Dark Powers. I'm not doing it.
But if there's light powers, there has to be dark powers.
We simply
Dark-
maintain the balance.
What did Sergei ask for? He was cursed.
Sergei was not our doing. Sergei is still here because of his brother.
How did
Sergei's-
Sergei become cursed with lycanthropy?
Probably by joining forces with the lycanthropes.
But I thought he was the first one.
Oh, that's true.
If he didn't make a deal with them, then who did he make a deal with?
Dark powers.
The one who calls herself Tatiana.
Made him lycanthrope?
Tried to save him.
Interesting.
I see.
We struck a bargain with her. As she threw herself from the tower, we approached her yet again, and this time she accepted.
What were the terms?
She has become death.
That mean?
Her job is to bring people here for judgment.
And Strahd supposed to judge,
Yes,
but Strahd not judging.
collecting instead.
Well, we're going to kick his ass. In a couple of hours.
Someone will need to take his place.
Is Tatiana... Does Tatiana really want us to stop him? Or is she just doing her job by bringing us here?
Tatiana does not want Strahd collecting souls. But it is her job to usher people to the land of judgment.
Well, we're going to stop Strahd regardless. But if we kill Strahd, who is going to take his place? And how soon do we need to make that decision?
Barovia cannot exist without a judge.
So if we kill Strahd and no one takes up the job,
Someone will. Someone has to. May not want it.
What happens if no one takes up the job?
Chaos among the realms.
What?
happens to all the people.
With no one to judge, the cycle is broken.
Why Strahd collecting souls?
Because he's a dick!
Well,
Probably is doing it for power.
Do souls confer power? I'm asking dark powers. Why? I am not looking at Ivan, even though he's answering my questions.
The douche canoe, does he need a reason?
Strahd believes that the more souls he has, the more power he has.
What gave him that idea?
He believes, but is it true?
It is not.
Interesting.
We could use that to our advantage.
why would he think this?
We certainly did not tell him this.
Is it because that's what you do? You collect souls for power?
Our power is not based on souls. Our power has existed before time, and will exist long after.
Do you know who we are?
Shiloh, Riki, Ivan, Echo, Copy,
Yay!
Barry.
Yay, my baby!
We were told would find answers here, but don't know to what.
I've certainly got a lot of answers.
At this point,
We
the
could freeze.
void begins to swirl back into a void and loses its humanoid form. And in the crystalline walls, you begin to see scenes from your past being displayed on the walls. Echo, you see an instance where you're sitting in a study with Justinia, kind of reading through books, and Justinia's teaching you certain cantrips and magic tricks, and it kind of goes through certain points of your life, and you see that. Shiloh, you see yourself in different bodies, fighting battles and kind of like going through different wars that you have read about in the past. Riki, you see your deal being struck with Rahadin, and you see some of the bad things that he has done because of that being flashed back at you. Ivan, you see a tiny baby body floating down a river, and a spectral arm kind of coming out of this swirling portal, being plucked up, and then placed back on the water and floating down the river. And then various scenes of you growing up throughout your life. And then you all see the same vision at the same time now, that you're traveling down a road, a very familiar road, towards Serloon, and a dragon wormling attacks, and you see your bodies lying motionless along crates and wagons and dead horses as the dragon wormling flies off with the egg in its clutches.
That was a wyvern.
Yes.
Are we dead?
Not wormling, wyvern. Wyvern. Wyvern.
Wait, Wavern.
Sure, that thing.
Thing on the wing.
Are we dead? That's not how that happened. Can't hear you.
That's not how we remember it, but we're in Barovia. And souls return to Barovia.
We died and then went back to Barovia?
Did not come from, though.
You're connected by Justinia. What if all souls that die come to Barovia?
Justinia died.
But then why wouldn't we be reborn into a different body? Why would we come
Wait.
back as ourselves?
Maybe
If-
we haven't yet. Maybe this
Tatiana.
Yeah,
Tatiana brought us here. Tatiana death.
Tatiana killed us.
Justinia not live. Umbra not live.
Ivan sits down for a second.
Justinia did die. Bill Z. Agents of death. Go to living. Kill them. Bring them here.
I'm going to punch Strahd in the face.
That's why Rahadin not dead. That's why Rahadin not left. May still come back. Because no one leaves until judged. Strahd not judging.
Bastard. But what about the soulless people?
Like babies? The kids.
No one to take their place?
Maybe. Or maybe children are an illusion here. Because if we're all dead, how can there be babies?
How Ivan have child? Not you, Ivan. Other Ivan.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I look over
Ivan
at
too.
Riki. Riki played with the children that weren't there, but Ivan didn't seem like there was anything wrong.
Being this kind of
Wait.
living.
Wait. The doors. We went through the doors. We were like ghosts to them.
Yeah.
If those are connections back to Faerun, then we are ghost. Maybe the children are alive technically in Faerun, and that is why we cannot see them.
Oh my god.
Would be better than being here.
Yeah.
Sorry, DB, you cut out again.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
So they thought they were playing with a ghost, but really they weren't. But it also doesn't explain the fact that Riki saw dead bodies in the beds, unless it's like what we saw with the owlbear.
What? Oh.
Bones.
Ivan 2 baby. That born? Maybe stillborn.
Yeah.
That why not cry? Why people live so long here? They're not passing on, not judging. Echo's just like to keep from feeling the emotional weight of this. Echo is like logicking out everything so that they don't have to think about the fact that they're dead.
If Barovia needs a judge, it cannot be Rahadin because he's not going to do it.
He won't do it well, at least.
We should free Sergei.
But Sergei is also not going to stand up for what needs to happen.
Well, we'll break his kneecaps until he does.
Okay.
Don't think that will help.
So, backup plan. If Sergei won't or can't, somebody else is going to have to do it.
You can pick straws. It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was being facetious.
I could do it. At least I would do it better than what's happening now. I don't need my memories back for it. I don't need any of that.
You should just be able to live your life. You don't
I'm dead. There is
live
no life.
your dead life. I don't.
It's a different game.
I was just distraught. He's just mad now. He's just sitting there pouting.
Powers.
They
Powers.
swirl into that humanoid form.
Was Barovia normal before Strahd became judge?
Barovia was a land in Faerun.
And then
When the
in
deal
conflict.
was struck, we move it to the Shadow Realm.
Shadowfell.
Shadowfell. Thank
Shadowfell.
you.
So, conflict, Toshalo, all happened before death.
Yes.
We saw Mary. On Faerun, we spoke to Mary. She was solid. And Doug.
The Queen of Death can bend the rules as she sees fit.
Tatiana or Mary?
Tatiana.
That's why I have to come back.
But Mary is technically dead too.
Then Victor.
Yeah, somebody's supposed to be here.
Hmm?
I pull open
Oh.
my notebook,
I'm not gone.
Yeah.
I thought it meant Sergey.
I thought it did too, but then
I thought it meant
it's
Victor.
south of the. I thought the S meant Sergey, but maybe it's south of the castle. So who else would be here?
The humanoid figures turn to the side and again point. And as you turn to look, beyond the crystal, kind of trapped in this behind the crystal area, you see Victor walk up. And he puts his hand on the crystal from behind it.
Ivan like puts his hand on it too.
And
What are you doing in there?
as you place your hand on the crystal, his image fades. And you see yourself reflected back at yourself with your hand.
Where's Victor?
The humanoid figure turns to the side and Victor's soul is here.
He make a deal with you?
Indeed.
What was the deal?
To not leave Barovia.
Wouldn't he just return back after he's dead?
He would return when Strahd decided he would return. And in what form Strahd decided. His soul maintains its memories and its form here in the Ember Temple.
What did he exchange?
His physical form.
So what happened? How does that manifest?
When he was killed, time, as you see it, was frozen, and we offered him the exchange, as we did with Tatiana. He accepted. And now his soul is here with us.
So that he not be under Strahd control? Okay.
It
Who
makes
all-
more sense.
Who all know we're dead? Here. Limerian acted as though Victor dead and did not know that she did.
When you die in Barovia... Sorry. There we go.
Take a sip of water.
I dreaded
It's all that. It's all the dust down there.
Or the darkness is...
Smells like asbestos.
When you experience death after death, your consciousness is recycled. Those reborn in Barovia, or collected by Strahd, may not remember their prior lives. Victor did not want to lose his memories.
So he was dead to her.
In case you missed it, the figure does the nod thing where you can see
No,
the
I got you.
head
I
bob.
got you. I got you.
Not now, Barry.
Oh. So, Barry dead?
Barry is also gone from Faerun.
So why Barry grow? People
Creatures
still age?
Creatures do not age at the same rate as humans, humanoids, races,
Well,
things,
yes.
people.
Peoples.
Always wondered what you're supposed to say. It's like all mankind, all people kind, all humanity.
All things that are not beasts.
We need a word for this. If you guys know what the fuck this is, please let us know in the chat. This has been something that's bugged me for almost 8 years.
All races?
I think they call them humanoids. Even in the books, right?
Right. But, like, that's like
I feel like elves have been here before fucking humans.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
want to
thing.
state that.
That's the thing is, it's humanoid.
Sapiens.
As if
Sapiens.
to give sapiens, yeah, sapiens works. But like
Works.
humanoids refers to the human race as the base race, and in
Yeah.
D&D that's not necessarily true. For us, in a world where humans are the main race and the only race, that makes sense. It was written as a reference for us because we're the ones playing the game. But in the context of the world's game's world,
I like sapiens.
Elvenoids?
Peoples.
Sentient
Do
beings.
that, do that,
Sentient
do
beings. Sentient beings.
There
They're
you
the
go.
only things that are real people. Please don't bite me, dude. Come on.
so we continue to age here, but slow.
Your souls will continue to age. It seems to kind of struggle with the word age.
Mature?
Mature. And it seems to agree that that's a much better description.
If we were to return back to Faerun, would we be just ghosts?
In this current form, yes.
The only way to return is to be reborn, isn't it? We don't go back like this.
To be reborn, or to make a deal. And you see it shift and like kind of swirl into the shape of a hand. And it just kind of my camera's up here. Up here. So it shifts into a hand. And then swirls back into this humanoid form.
No, Heidi.
hell
No. Brat.
I just imagined you screaming at the shadows, calling it Heidi. No, Heidi, no!
It's fucking berries over there like,
Bye.
Barry, no! She spit me because she wanted to be petted. She's such a brat.
So what now? Find replacement for Strahd. So we all pass on? And that's it? That's end?
Once the balance is restored, then you may move on.
To what?
Wherever souls go.
Don't we all want to know?
Afterlife, it says with a questioning voice.
Question mark? Afterlife question
Well,
mark?
I'm going to Valhalla. I don't know where you guys are going.
But not return to Faerun.
You're dead. There's nothing
It
to
can
return
be
to.
done.
By a deal.
You see the humanoid figure swirl into the black void, and the black void seems to kind of lose its like swirliness and become like reflective, and you see Faerun.
Where in Faerun was Barovia?
There's a big black spot on the map.
Yeah, like nobody's ever noticed it. Not a
Yeah,
damn
the
soul.
Bermuda Triangle.
It's like if you ever play Minecraft and there's a chunk that just doesn't load and it's just like this void that you just look down into, and if you drop something in, it just like falls forever.
If you walk
very
through-
slowly.
If you walk through it, you end up on the other side. You're not.
Yeah, it's weird.
Our map doesn't even show that place existed.
It's literally a hole in the map.
The reflective surface kind of seems to like camera pan or zoom, and it kind of zooms out into this massive ravine between two mountains in the northern part of the Sword Coast. And you assume that there's this valley in between the two mountains that used to be land that is now just this massive ravine between two glacier mountains. So land is kind of there, but it looks like a chunk of it has gone missing.
This makes sense. Oh, gods.
And it zooms back into the void and
I was sitting back on my tailbone for way too long.
Ouch.
Yeah. I gotta go BRB.
Get a pillow. Riki, do you have any questions?
Let's cross those bridges when we come to it, I guess.
I do not know if we will turn back to this bridge.
Shiloh,
But
you
someone
are
has-
miming again.
Riki,
Mm-hmm.
how did you get here? Because you weren't with us in the caravan.
Rahadin, either by his hand or Strahd's, I guess, with all the portals.
What were you doing before you came to Barovia?
It's just kind of a passenger in life, I guess.
This is not the time to keep
What
secrets.
were you
It's-
doing? You don't get armor like that
Didn't
just out of
do that.
nowhere. He's like tapping on the armor.
Are we interrogating Riki now?
We are!
Yay!
Yay!
I'm not
Riki.
trying to be cryptic. Yes, Echo.
At this point, what secrets are there to keep?
Yeah, he's
That's-
already dead.
Because we could just ask the shadows.
Sure.
Go ahead.
We're dead.
Okay, I turn to
No, Riki,
Ah.
we want it to come from you. You say it. You're our friend. What is the worst that is going to happen?
Travel for a while now. Trust you
I
in
had a-
battle.
Normal life before everything with Rahadin, and I had no influence over what he did.
What were
So-
you doing? What was... Who were you, Riki? You can trust us.
At this point, you all get like a catch of attention as images are kind of flashing through the crystalline. And if you turn and look, you'll see Riki being chased by a mob, caught, and executed.
Why
how-
would they do that if you were just a passenger of life?
That's how they got here, essentially.
Rahadin, I had a great family. My mom had a shop for leatherworking. He really showed me adventure and possibilities, and then yeah, he hurt a lot of people, and I hurt a lot of people. Got what I deserved. And he's still around hurting people.
Not for long.
If it was Rahadin doing it using your body, you didn't get what you deserved.
I let it happen. And that's...
But you didn't know he was going to do any of that.
It doesn't matter. I should have known. And I should have been able to stop him.
Where you're stopping him now. The past is in the past, Riki. What matters now is what you do forward. And
With us now.
You're with us now. And you have done a lot to help a lot of people. You can spend the rest of your undead life helping people. Which might end tonight, but who knows?
Yeah.
He hugs Riki.
No
Yes,
affection.
physical,
No,
yes,
no.
yes! Oh, you're getting it! You're getting all this sweaty packs! Smell my stank!
Oh God!
It's a good stink. Riki's trying not to cry. Gives him a pat on the back, like...
If it's up to me, I'll let you kill Rahadin. I'll hold him for you.
Okay.
My suggestion is right through the balls.
Okay. We'll aim for right through the balls.
Pat. You're a good man. Woman?
Thanks.
Paladin.
Person.
A good pally-wally. Should we ask anything else, or should we?
I had another thing to ask and I forgot. Fuck.
If we don't defeat Strahd, are we just going to be stuck to do this again? Is he going to have control over our souls if he kills us?
Visions that came for me in the crystals. It looks like I've been doing this for a while.
Doesn't look like you have a good track record.
Thanks, Ivan! Yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear right now.
Well, we weren't there, so now it's different. Just like we did, earlier. I meant that we are here together and we're going to help. That's what I meant.
The swirling void returns to the humanoid shape.
What? Oh, okay. I thought he was leaving.
You're fine.
Elves stuck in lake. Dead?
Rahadin's drow, yes.
Was that before Barovia? Or here?
That was done before Barovia.
What a dick.
Will they pass on if everything goes back to normal?
They are currently cursed in the lake by Rahadin. Should you defeat Strahd, you may release them. And at this point, the swirling humanoid begins to kind of take a step forward, and you see this smoke it's like a liquid smoke almost, as it's kind of swirling among itself, and it begins to kind of take the shape of a tendril as it comes out of the mirror. And as it's coming out of the mirror, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, but can it be Constitution instead?
Is it everyone or is it just
Everyone
somebody
in here.
Oh, natural 20.
Wait, I have great
Guys.
wisdom.
I'm
That's
gonna
wisdom?
do so many fucking push-ups. I'm mad about this now.
You did it to
You're gonna get
yourself.
shredded.
No, it's fine. I'm
We're in 10 feet
fucking
with it.
ripped. By the
We're all
time
within-
Jollicon happens next year, I'll be swole
Hell
like
yeah.
Ivan for real.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're all within 10 feet of the paladin, remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes! Oh my god!
Come on, Kaz. Don't let us down.
No, I got an 18. It was a 10.
Close enough.
It's close enough!
It's almost
Big
close
boys.
enough. What did you get, Ivan?
21 plus 3. Hold on. 21.
Oh, I do have another question for the powers actually, just to
24.
wrap things up.
Okay. So as it emerges from this mirror, it takes on a form that you're not quite able to comprehend, and you feel like if you didn't nat 20, you two, that it would possibly break your mind. Riki and Ivan, you are racked with pain in your head, and you are driven temporarily and momentarily, completely, we'll just say unconscious for now.
Okay.
Standing in front of Shiloh and Echo is this mass of tentacles that's just floating in the space in between you and the mirror.
Wait, did I miss the The DC?
Yes.
Oh god.
The only reason they passed is because of the nat 20s.
I also had a nat 20.
Oh, did you nat 20? I thought it was an
Yeah.
unnatural. Okay.
Oh,
Never mind
No.
Oh, Ricky.
then. Sorry, Riki.
okay.
Oh,
Take a
no.
nap.
I did not know that was a natural 20. I thought that was just a regular 20.
What was the DC on that?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
30.
Stupid.
Sir.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck, man. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So you have pains in your head, and it's kind of like you passed and you're able to comprehend this, but you know for a fact that it's only a fluke.
This is some Eldritch horror shit. This is some Cthulhu, old god shit.
Yeah. Like this
Back!
is
H.P. Lovecraft, get back!
some scary shit is going down right now as it comes out from the mirror, and this mass of tentacles that seems to be contained within itself and just writhing in circles, and the voice booms forward from it. I snorted tea up my nose, sorry. Defeat Strahd and restore the balance to this realm, and I will grant you each one wish. And one of the tentacles reaches out to your hands. So Ivan shakes the hand, or the tentacle.
I'll shake the tentacle.
How no
Oh,
won't turn wish bad?
You don't.
What? No, I didn't hear you. What?
You don't. It is in your best interest to defeat Strahd.
I exchange a glance with the copy. Guess already dead.
Joe, I sent you a message.
Discord or...
Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna fucking take the tentacle.
Okay. So you grab on the tentacle, and the tentacle wraps around your arm and begins to crawl up your shoulder, and you're pulled into...
Regret!
And it reaches out and grabs, you can see it kind of grabs onto Riki's body, and you're pulled into this writhing mass of tentacles, and everything goes completely black.
Glad
And that's where we end the campaign! That's where we end the campaign! Great job, guys! We all did it.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Oh, God!
And this is not an anime or anything, so we are going to take a quick break there. And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Tentacles.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So if, Dragon, do you have any announcements before we leave?
Oh, I'm so distraught, but yeah, I do. Give me a second. So, you know how awesome you like this group of people? Well, there's a...
How awesome.
Shut up! I'm getting nervous now.
I'm in crisis.
I'm in crisis. Anyway, you can...
Bless you.
You can join the Discord, the Nerd Asylum Discord, and you can chat with so many people there. You could meet we all hang out in the Discord almost on a daily basis. You can find out about all our new shows. There's actually a chat that you can theorize what's happening. None of us saw, we all dead and this is some Lost bullshit. But we also do things like watch parties where we hang out and chat, watch a movie, sometimes make fun of it. The last movie we watched was Jingle Jangle, which we all definitely loved, but we also definitely ripped a new one up.
Bingo bangle!
Bingo bangle! But yeah, come join us in the Discord so that you can find out all of the things that we have going on.
Yes, come join our family.
Yep.
It's like a big family. It really is. I've enjoyed it. It's been completely been the highlight of my 2020 is having a community this strong. Everyone's really close. Everyone's very friendly and respectful.
It's helped
and
so much.
listen, I have learned so much. There's a plethora of just ungodly amounts of knowledge of so many different subjects and so many people that are willing to help with whatever project you have going on, whether it's D&D related, tabletop related. If you want to learn a new language, someone's going to help me be tutoring in math because I'm dumb.
Oh.
I mean, this is a family, so come join our
Yep.
family, guys.
Yep.
And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see you all soon.